Beyonce just like goes to the bathroom, she wakes up, she like does normal person things, and I'm like, I can't picture it. Like I can't picture I can't picture, like, does Beyonce ever wash a spoon? Like I don't see her like I can't picture.
For real. Does Beyonce
doing,
ever have to text Jay-Z and say, can you bring me toilet paper to the bathroom?
No, literally, I'm like,
I doubt it.
Like it's like she can't. I don't think Beyonce's ever
There's
farted.
no way.
I don't think
She
she's ever
would never
farted
be
in her
caught
life.
like Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Comment Section Show. Sorry, me, your fave. Everybody knows me. Who cares about me? On to the guests. Today we have the iconic, the legendary EXO Kitty herself, Lana Cathcart.
Hello! Yay! Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God, thank you for gracing us with your presence.
I'm literally so excited.
Big fan, EXO Kitty. Have to call it out early. My sister and Carrie, who's not here right now, but she will be here. Huge fans of the show.
Thank you so much.
They
I'm
actually
honored.
told me about the show.
Oh my God! Wow, they're like doing PR for us. Thank you. Thank you.
They love it. I love it. Very happy to have you.
Thank you. I'm such a fan of you. I think you're so funny and so awesome.
Oh my God,
actually been so hyped about this.
Thank you,
Can't
EXO
wait.
Kitty. Thank you. Some days I barely want any coverage at all. I just want my skin to look like my skin, just a little more even. And that's when I've been reaching for the Merit Minimalist Stick. It's a foundation and concealer stick in one, so it's super easy to throw on when I'm running errands, grabbing coffee, or meeting up with friends. And it gives me that really natural skin-like finish without feeling heavy. But when I'm filming, going to an event, or I just want a full glam moment, I need a concealer that's actually going to show up. The Hourglass Vanish Concealer is one I always reach for because it gives me that full coverage, airbrushed finish. I also know I'm not the only person who struggled to find the right foundation or concealer shade, and it can be so frustrating trying to guess what'll actually work for you. So that's why I always shop at Sephora. They have the best brands all in one place with so many shades, coverage levels, and finishes that you can actually find what works for you. And if you need help, Sephora makes it super easy with expert beauty advisors, free samples, and shade matching tools both online and in store. So whether you're looking for barely there coverage or full glam, Sephora can help you find your match. And we have met before.
We have.
We met at the SAG Awards.
Yes.
Now the Actor Awards.
Yes. And then we met in the bathroom.
At the women's brunch.
Yeah, women's brunch. And I was like, hi, I don't know if you remember me, but I think you're cool. And we meet again as we wipe our hands on.
Yes. And so we go way back, you and
Yeah.
I. And I'm happy to finally have you on the show. It's a joy and a privilege.
I'm so hyped.
How have you been? How's life been
so
for you
good.
lately?
I've been good. We've been busy. We just started EXO Kitty season 3 press, like full speed the last few days.
Very cool.
So it's been a lot, but good reunions with the cast, and like hadn't seen them since shooting, which is so crazy. You go
That is
from seeing
interesting.
someone every single day of your whole life, and you know like everything about them, and then we all like pop back out into like the normal world, and then we don't see
Right.
each other for months. So it was a very good reunion.
Until you have to
fun.
talk about your bubble filming,
Yes.
everything. Until you reunite for that.
For another, and then you're like back in the snow globe. I always, it's like literally feels like a snow globe, and then you like fall out of the sky when you go back home, and you're like, what just happened? Because that was like your whole universe, and then the show's like the new wrap, and then you're just like, well, I won't like none
Well, I
of them.
guess
live
I'll
in
never
the same
see that
city.
again
Yeah,
until you do.
until you do. It's like a trippy experience for sure.
Very cool. Well, how has been filming, or how was filming?
Filming was
EXO
so
Kitty.
good. It was so fun. Season 3, I feel like, was chaotic in its own way, but also like so comforting because now it was their third time around, and like everybody was the closest they've ever been, know each other the most, know what to expect the most with like
Love.
just the whole process in general. So it was really fun, and I'm so excited it's finally like coming into the world. Like it's about to be like everybody else's now, not just ours. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
That's so cool. Well, I want to go back a little bit. I know you're like very young, especially compared to me. But how did you get into acting? Like, what was the draw to it initially for you?
I never thought I would be an actor, first of all. Like
Interesting.
It did not seem like a real job. Well, also when you're like 10, you're not really thinking like realistic career paths. But I was just like, oh, like that, like I loved Disney Channel so much, and I watched so much TV. It was ridiculous. And now I used to say, like, I'm like, thanks, Mom. That was like my training. Like, I literally just watched so much TV as a kid, and I wanted to be them. Like, I was just like, that would be like the coolest thing ever. And then my older sister, who I grew up like wanting to be, like anything she did, I wanted to do. She did a few commercials growing up. So I got into like having a commercial agent, and I did like my first day on set ever was a Campbell soup commercial. I literally didn't have any lines. I just had to go
That sounds so fake.
and just eat soup. And I loved it. It was like the best day of my life. And I was like 7. And then like 5 years later, I did a Crayola chalk commercial also no
Look
lines.
at you, heavy hitters.
But I had to do a dance with a bunch of chalk, and I literally remember leaving and was like, Mom, that was the best day of my life. Like, however, whatever just happened, can we do more of that? Like, I like loved it so much, and I didn't even get mic'd. Like, I didn't even have words. And then after that, I got an agent that did film and TV, and I was like very, very lucky. Right place, right time. I did my first audition for a show called Odd Squad on PBS Kids, and then I booked it, and I moved to Toronto for 2 years, and we shot that like it was a very long series, and it was like my boot camp. I learned everything.
That's crazy.
And I was only 12. That was my first role, and I loved it so much. And now that was 10 years ago.
That's
very,
crazy.
very crazy.
You were like working your ass off almost immediately.
It was wild.
Right, I know
like,
that's fucking right.
It never felt like work at that age because I was 12, and I was like, "This is my life dream." I feel like Hannah Montana. Like I'm like it was like all the things I wanted to do, and then like the transition later of becoming an adult and being like, "Wait, this is like a job now. Like this is actually not just like a fun little hobby." Was like so crazy and like such a weird thing. To
also at
figure
12,
out.
by the way.
Well, no,
figuring
like
all that out
later, when I like
on.
became like 18, 12, like then I was like, oh, this is like no longer what I used to see it as at 12. Like back in the day, my mom was with me all the time because like she had to legally, and I was just like having fun, and it didn't feel like it's changed so much over the years of like how even my own relationship with career is like. It wasn't. I never even used the word like job as a kid because it's like
it's a beautiful thing though.
Yeah, totally.
What were your favorite Disney Channel shows?
Oh my God, Shake It Up.
You like Shake
It Up made me single-handedly made me want to become an actor. I've watched every single episode of Shake It Up more than once. I used to be able to quote like honestly, there's a lot of Disney Channel shows that I can like quote the whole scene.
Right.
And like Zendaya, my queen of all queens.
I know. Isn't that so trippy to think about her being on that show?
No, I like to always say I liked Zendaya before she was Zendaya. Like before she was like the Zendaya that now everyone loves. When she was Rocky Blue.
Yeah, Rocky Blue.
On Shake It Up Chicago, I was like, I already see your potential. I know you're going to be the star of her generation, and I'm 8. And I knew she was like
I hate to be that guy, but I knew.
I was a fan before she was big. Like I was there when her first album came out, like Replay.
Pre-Law Roach, I was a fan of Zendaya.
Exactly. When she was wearing like way too many skirts at once on Shake It Up, and she had like 8 different jackets on. I was like, and I want to be who I want to be.
One glove.
Yeah. I want to be that. I got pink streaks in my hair because of that show.
That's so real though.
I was obsessed. But I also watched like Good Luck Charlie. Oh my God, raised our whole family. My dad, I once walked into the room and my dad was watching Good Luck Charlie alone. Like my parents loved Disney Channel as well. Liv and Maddie, Jesse, Austin and Allie, like all of them. I never missed.
Oh my God, thinking about I'm 100 years older than you, so I was like on a different season of Disney Channel, but I remember all of those shows. Yeah, it's just crazy to think about now all of the heavy hitters in those shows now.
Disney
like
knows how to find it. Yeah.
Ross Lynch on Austin and Ally.
Ross Lynch was one of those people used to have like a crush on when I was a child, and I was like, I don't get it. I don't see it. And then he dyed his hair brown for Sabrina, and I was like,
no, hold on a minute.
I think you're my dream man.
Why he kind of
and
looking
now
like...
he's dyed his hair back, but it's like the impact has been made on me, so it doesn't matter.
You saw it.
I've seen it, and I can't go back. I think Ross Lynch is one of the most beautiful people ever. I think he's so gorgeous and he's so cool.
Like Ross Lynch?
Yeah.
Do you have any other celeb crushes? This is the place we manifest. So that is the chair.
Peter Parker, and like I understand he's a fictional person, but like Tom Holland we love, but Peter Parker specifically, it could bring me to tears. Like
watching celeb crush, you're telling me a made up person.
but like Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, like as people, like they're just like so cool and so wonderful, and so like I just want to give you a hug. Right. I just want you to like I just want to like give you a little cuddle, you know. But like I also love their character so much. Like Peter Parker's just like the dream man. I feel like
you
there's
like
I have a
nerdy,
lot.
witty.
Yes, and they're just like you want to just
athletic.
Like yeah.
I get it, girl.
You know?
Anyone in the real world?
Anyone in the real world. A lot of the people of the sort. Like that, like it's like the cute white boys. Right. It's just like unfortunately it works on me.
It works on you.
Unfortunately I fall in like the white boy of the month, like, oh, Dylan O'Brien. I'm like, yeah.
Well,
I understand why that is a thing, like why that title has become a thing, white boy of the month. It's like because people like me exist and we love them and we fuel that continuously.
You're feeding the numbers.
I'm right there.
Well, I love that. I'm happy for you about Peter Parker, especially. I think that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Also, very fun to hear about Disney Channel. What was like your first gig where you were kind of like, oh my God, this is huge?
Descendants. I mean, I did Descendants like when I was 13, where it was like still passable to like freak out and like play my castmates' songs in the trailer. Like I was still allowed to be crazy because I was 13.
Right.
Thank God. It wasn't like a few years later. It was like, this girl needs to chill.
Yeah.
I would like look into Sophia Carson's eyes and be like, I love you. I have a poster of you. And it was like, I was cute enough and young enough for it to like not be weird.
Right.
But I look back now and I'm like, that's like you were fully
so
working with
funny.
these people, and I was not
I
hiding
forgot
how
that
much
was
I loved
Sophia
them.
Carson.
Like, and like China Ann McClain, she is my Ant Farm queen. Like
Dove
I
Cameron.
loved her. Dove Cameron, like all of them. I was like, you made me want to do this, and now I'm here with you. Like I was.
You're so real,
fangirling
dude.
like crazy.
You're so real, dude. Honestly, that's how I felt when I had
fangirl.
Sammy Henratty on the show. She was telling me she was like a child actor too. So she was on like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Like she was on iCarly. Like she was on so many different things. And I was like, girl. And she's like, every time I went, I was like, oh my God, I'm the biggest fan. And I was like, you're real as fuck. I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's like you really have to. Well,
As a
again,
child,
I
especially.
didn't channel like being calm. Now I have to chill out in terms
Right.
of like fangirling. But like I really got to live it up then because I was so little. And
That's
like
the
I used
best.
to like enter contests to be on. Like you know how there was like, oh, like you could win like with Best Western.
Yeah, you could
could
be
go
an extra.
for one day and like try on Rocky Blue's glove. And I was like, I will sit here and enter my max amount of entries every single day on my mom's MacBook. And I literally did that when I was like 8. And then now all of a sudden I was like, I have a trailer beside yours. Like this, like I'm getting paid to be here. I would pay to be here. Like that was my whole childhood. It
That's
was
so
the best.
awesome. We were like, this is how I know I've made it on the set of
Totally.
Descendants.
Yes.
Honestly, my sister, a huge fan of the Descendants franchise as well. I know that because she's told me. When I met Dove for the first time at the Actor Awards like a couple weekends ago, and love her. She's trying to come on the show too. We were kind of chatting,
cool.
and my sister was like, "Did you tell?" We have our cousin Cruz. She's what 21? I think 21. She was like, "Did you tell Cruz you met Dove Cameron?" And I was like, "No," because I forgot she was obsessed with Dove Cameron, Liv and Maddie, but specifically Descendants.
I'm
Just
so
huge
bad.
Descendants head.
You should just like start singing like
Yeah.
"Not into the core" every time. Like, if you see any of them, just bring that up. I feel like just start singing.
Yeah, just say, Alexa, play Rotten to the Core by Dove Cameron.
As she
from
walks in the
Descendants.
room. Just like that. Please.
I love that. And I love that you are a proud and loud fangirl.
Very.
Anything else you were a big fangirl of? Like music groups, TV shows, anything?
That was really it. Like all Disney Channel, and then like Zendaya was the
tea.
#1 rising one, and
That was your
that's still like I don't know how I would act if I met Zendaya. Like I want to so badly, but like it would be hard.
That's
it
real.
would like she's like not like she's all the things because she's also done the transition of like becoming like a serious actor as an
Right.
adult, but she did 2 Disney Channel shows. I think we forget about Casey Undercover. I think the world forgets about Casey Undercover, and like that's so impressive that I'm like, you did that, and then you did another entire series as the #1
Right.
on Disney Channel when you were older, like, and you still like. I just think she's
She
so
transitioned
graceful.
flawlessly,
she's
too.
flawless, and like
Yeah.
she could wear anything and it's perfect. Like everything she does is just like has golden like sand around it.
I get that.
know?
How you feel about her is how I feel about Beyonce. It's one of those people. And I did meet her, and I barely survived it.
Yeah.
But it was amazing.
You're so strong. And I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud.
And it was one of those, she's the only person I've ever met that didn't make me nervous or made me a little bit nervous.
Oh.
Everybody
yeah.
else never makes me nervous. Like anytime I meet
impressive.
other famous people, I'm
Right.
never nervous. She's the only one that I felt like a little like, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
When I get in there, what am I
People
going to
like
do?
that, like I don't know how. Like I'm like Beyonce just like goes to the bathroom. She wakes up. She like does normal person things. And I'm like I can't picture it. Like I can't picture. I can't picture. Like does Beyonce ever wash a spoon? Like I don't see her. Like I can't picture.
For real. Does
you
Beyonce
doing-
ever have to text Jay-Z and say, can you bring me toilet paper to the bathroom?
No, literally. I'm like.
I
and she,
doubt it.
Like it's like she can't. I don't think Beyonce's ever
There's
farted.
no way.
I don't think
She
she's
would
ever
never
farted
be
in her
caught
life.
like
Like those types of things. I'm just like you're too like when
Yeah,
you walk-
like there's
that
something. Yeah,
happens when
I
you move.
totally get what you mean. There's just something about it, and that's how Zendaya is for you.
That's how Zendaya is. Right?
I get that. That's why I was asking if you were a big fangirl of other like music groups or anything, because I was a big Jonas Brother girl when I was young.
I get that.
One Direction, kind of, but then past that, I was a little aged out of it at that point.
I think I got into One Direction later.
You did.
Like they were already broken up, and then I was like, we're
Oh,
on to something.
damn.
Wait, they're actually really good.
Wait, guys, come
I was
back.
Like, yeah, I was like, wait, now, like, just for me, can you come back? Because like I feel like I started liking the music when I was like in high school, and like, they
Right.
were already broken up. Like
Yeah.
it's like their peak was when I was in elementary school,
Tea.
and everyone like had like Nile Horn on their phone cases, and I like didn't
Right.
even have a phone yet. Like it was like we were like little, and I was like, guys, like boys are gross. Like I was
Yeah,
still
you said I don't
very
know
much-
anything about One Direction, but what do you know about Casey Undercover?
Exactly. I'm like, if you at recess, if you want to talk about Austin and Ally, I'm there. But like, I don't care about One Direction. And then I was like 17, and I was like, wait, these are amazing, and now I love boy bands.
I was the same way about men too. Like with my sister. My sister is a lesbian, but she in all schooling we were in was like boy crazy. Like she always had a new crush.
Whoa. Okay.
I never had any crushes.
Yeah,
so
me
you would
neither.
think that it would be me to turn out to be gay.
Right.
But it was not the
But
case.
turn of
She was hiding in
events.
plain sight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she would bring up boys to me all the time, and I would be like, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares about boys?
No, I was
We don't have time for that.
I was so like that for so long. Yeah.
And I love that you were so into acting at such a young age. You a big theater girl?
No, okay, weirdly, I've never done theater in my life, even like
Interesting.
at any degree, like not even like community center theater, like, and I would love to.
Yeah.
And now I feel like it's like, now I don't know how to get into that, or like, I'm such a big fan of musicals and such a big fan of theater as like
Me too.
an audience member.
Can you sing?
Not
I can't.
really. My life dream is for Lin-Manuel Miranda, if you're watching, which I'm sure you're a huge fan of this podcast.
Right. Lynn, you know.
This is why he listens to when he works out.
Yes, of course, yeah.
He's literally, I know, he's doing choreography and he's listening to your voice.
Right.
That I want you to train me to become a singer the way you trained Andrew Garfield for Tick Tick Boom, because that's one of my favorite movies of all time. And he wasn't a singer.
No.
And Zac Efron wasn't a singer in High School Musical 1, and then he became a singer for High School Musical 2. So we know it's possible. That's what I think is my destiny, is that someone will train me and then I'll become a singer and then I will become a musical prodigy.
The longer I talk to you, the more I'm like, I feel like I ripped you out of my brain and put you there. Like, I was like, that's actually how I feel too.
Oh my gosh.
I've talked a ton of shit about not being able to sing because I can't. But I've also been like, well, Lin-Manuel Miranda, like, he kind of like talk sings. What The Rock did in Moana, like, I could do that.
We could do that.
Actually, The Rock has a really nice voice, though, which is a bummer for me because I can't sing. But still.
Right, but
I'm
like,
thinking I could learn a tune or so.
to me, you are The Rock. So I think you could do it.
Right.
I think you could do it.
Yeah, we're built the same.
When
so.
I see Moana, I think of you. You could do it.
I know,
I want to be like the little pig in Moana.
Right. Oh, in Moana.
Like, if they're doing another live action, you could be Maui and I could be
Right.
Pua or something.
Pua, yeah,
Pua
Pua.
the pig.
Yes. And you know what? I would love to be The Rock, and I would go topless, sure.
You
Why
would
not?
Be
Tattoo
I
me.
can see you with the sword.
Yeah,
You'd be
with
so good.
everything. Me and Maui built the same, obviously.
And that's a compliment. Let's be clear, that's an elite compliment.
Right. And it was like, I feel like, back to your point about musicals. What's your favorite musical first? Is it Tick Tick Boom?
Well, the movie musical, yes.
Okay.
But Dear Evan Hansen is my favorite musical.
That is crazy. Carrie and I love Dear Evan Hansen.
No way! That whole soundtrack like got me through high school, and I love it so much.
Me
I'm
too.
like everything about Dear Evan Hansen. I've watched Jordan Fisher be Evan on Broadway,
I love
and
Jordan
I was
Fisher.
sobbing, and I love Jordan Fisher too. And I don't even cry watching performances of like anything, which always I could get concerned sometimes that I'm like, I'm an actor, I should be feeling like everyone around me is crying, and I'm like, that was great. But I like have nothing happening. But that one, I was sobbing under my mask. It was COVID still. And I was literally just like my mask changed colors because I was crying so much.
Jordan Fisher and I are mutuals online, and he is like very supportive of me. He comments on so many of my things. Love you, Jordan Fisher.
He's the best. I feel like he's the most supportive person ever.
He
also,
is.
Have you met in real life?
No, I haven't.
He gives you, Jordan, if you're listening, which again, this is probably
I'm
what
sure.
he's listening to.
Huge
Like,
fan.
honestly, this makes me happy to think about. He gives you a hug like you just got back from war.
Really?
Every time he ever has given me a hug, it's like the most
He's like my brother, my blood.
He gives the best hugs ever. And like my sister had like a unique experience. Like without us, we both came together and we were like, Jordan Fisher hugs, and she was like, Jordan Fisher hugs are the best hugs ever. So it's not just me; it's like a universal.
You're two separate experiences.
Two separate. Yes, he gives the best hugs ever.
That's so tea. Dear Evan Hansen, that's a great pick. Waving Through a Window was one of my top songs for like 2 years in a row.
Yes,
which kind of says where I was at mentally at the
Totally,
time,
me
but it's
too.
okay. We're healed now.
Mine
It's
was
okay.
Also on the top. Yeah.
Love it though. When I saw it in theaters. I mean, did Ben Platt look a little insane? Sure. But he is the OG. Like, you have to put the OG in the movie.
Hot take. I'm so mad when people were mad about that.
Me too.
I was like, first of all, have you seen Grease? They're like 42 playing high school. So if you're going to be upset that he's playing high school, this is not the craziest thing we've done.
No,
like that,
not
at
at
all. And he made Evan. Like, I'm like, you birthed
That's what
him.
I said.
You birthed him. Of course it should be you.
I said
And like,
the same
his
thing.
voice is perfection. I still like the movie. I feel like
Me too.
people didn't know what they were getting into when they were watching, like they like the plot like shocked them because they were like, oh, this is gonna be like a cute heartfelt movie about like a gay man.
It's actually
and I'm like,
really
it's
dark
not
themes.
about that at all.
No,
but
for
that's
real.
on them for not knowing that.
I agree. Maybe they should get into Broadway more. And I remember when we went to see the movie, I took my mom and my sister, and when we went, we were like late. We were like probably like 5-10 minutes late, so we missed Waving Through a Window.
I was gonna say it opens Waving Through a
Yeah,
Window.
I know, and I missed it, and I was pissed. And so we're sitting, and my mom has never watched this musical, and actually didn't even know it was a musical. She just wanted to come to the movies. And so she was sitting, and she goes, "Who is that? Who is that? Who's that? Wait, are they related?" And then she goes, "Wait, is this a musical?" And I was like, "You need to stop. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. You need to stop. Otherwise, I'm going to scoot over one seat."
Yes.
I was like, because I've already missed Waving Through a Window, and now you're asking
it.
me all these damn questions.
I was sad they skipped. Does anybody have a map? Anybody like the first song from the actual soundtrack wasn't in the movie. It started and I was like, what up? Does anybody have a map? And
You're all, wow,
happen to
nice.
know how the hell?
So
I was like,
not accurate to the themes. Okay.
and they skipped. There was many songs not in there, and I was like, where is that?
I agree.
I was disappointed.
Well, that's a
was
great
so good.
pick. One of my favorite musicals of all time is Legally Blonde.
Oh,
Like
yes.
Broadway musicals. I'm like
Yes.
that. The Color Purple.
Yep,
6.
Yep. Okay,
Great
wonderful
one.
choices.
Do you have any other great choices?
Hairspray.
That's a great
I love
one.
Hairspray. I want to play Penny in Hairspray because she doesn't really have to sing very much. She has like 3 lines alone. The rest is ensemble, and she just has a lollipop and gets to like be the fun friend the whole time.
Right.
Not that I've thought about this, but like truly,
What's your star sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Interesting.
What does that?
Do you have
tell
any Virgo?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know any of it?
I don't know anything about that. I don't even know what it means to be Gemini. I also don't know what dates. Like I couldn't know less about horoscopes, which is fascinating because I am in an industry where everybody asks you what sign you are in first conversations. Like this is a very typical experience, and then I go, I don't know, and like, what's your moon stars?
Yeah, you're just so
ups?
type A.
And
I
I'm
thought
like,
you were
oh,
Virgo.
I don't know what any of it means. Do you think it's like? Are you someone who like researches the like?
Yeah,
what will
I
do.
do.
This week?
I am very witchy woo woo, just generally speaking. I think that's partially because I'm indigenous, so I feel very connected to spirit and all that kind of thing. So I do believe in astrological like depictions. I just don't think they're as like hard pressed as people think they are. Like I think generally speaking, if I spoke generally about a certain sign, I'm sure all of the people who are that sign would understand it and be like, wait, that's true.
But don't you think like everybody who also isn't that sign could think that they relate to
They
that?
could, yes.
That's the thing
It's
with
very true.
everything.
It's very
They're
subjective.
like, it's this, and everyone's like, that's so me. And I'm like, but if I told you that was actually the Sagittarius one, you'd still say that's so you. That's
and
my
I think that's the power of
thought.
women. Women are just so convincing.
We're just so open-minded.
Yeah, and women are so empathetic, and women want people to feel supported. So I feel like when
we
you
will see the truth in all.
Right.
Right.
And I do think that there is a lot of
spin.
there's like there's a lot of positive. I do think though it's very accurate in a lot of ways, just not as like finite. It's not like this is the only way all of these people act.
Right.
But also everybody to some extent has all of the signs in their chart.
Right.
Not all of them, but most of them. So like you'll exhibit traits in certain areas.
What am I supposed to exhibit as a Gemini?
With Geminis, as far as I know, and again, don't jump me astrological girls, but like Geminis, the one thing I do know is people always say they're two-faced, but that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's just
I
like...
do think that's kind of true.
Yeah, like it's not always a bad thing. Also, you're an actor, so that's that too. And with almost zero training, which again could lend towards the Gemini.
Right.
But it's also, I think it's two-faced in the sense that you could just be different people in different situations.
I think I am two-faced in some way because I'm like a very pessimistic optimist.
Right.
And like my sister and I talk about this a lot where she's like, you are like the most negative, positive person I've ever met. Like I'm like incredibly cynical and incredibly like I'm a realist to a fault.
Right.
Where like
you're also extremely self-aware. So
I am a little self-aware,
Yeah.
sometimes also to a fault where like I wish I could. Being delusional is so hard for me, and like the fun part of it of like you just have to like believe. I'm like, what? But like who says? Like when someone's like everything happens for a reason, I'm like it does not. Or they're like, oh, like everything's gonna work out, and like and I'm like, but like why would it? Like it's so bad, but I'm so like throw an inspirational quote at me and I will knock it down.
Yeah.
Which is so terrible because I also think this is why I'm two-faced, because the other side of me is like I am so positive. I get so excited over little things.
That's
I find joy in everything. I'm like so easily excited and like I'm like easily joy filled, but then I'm also just as easily like, let me debunk why that inspirational pillow is stupid. Like I also have that. So I think that is me being two-faced.
Yeah, you're not negative, but you are a realist, which I think is like almost too rooted in reality.
It's yes.
Sometimes
it's
a little whimsy
unfortunate.
is nice.
Can you help me find some more whimsy because it's hard for me. It's hard
That's
for me
true.
to buy into the whimsy.
Yeah,
which is so unfortunate.
Yeah, I get that too because I'm a Virgo, so I'm very like detail oriented, very organized, planner, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Earth sign, so I'm very grounded. I'm also very realist, but I'm very like I believe in manifesting. I believe the universe is always working in my favor kind of deal. And maybe that's what you're looking for more of?
Yes, I can't do that.
More
it's
connection.
So hard. The manifesting thing too, also hard for me.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've
You're
had
just
my
genuinely
friends.
really, really fucking smart. And I think that's what it is.
No.
Sometimes really smart people, it's hard for them to daydream and
Yes,
to
it's hard for me
like
to daydream.
imagine.
I have a big imagination, but then like I always come back to real life. Like it's like a little too quickly. So if anyone's ever teaching like a dream course, I'll sign up.
That's tea. You know, because I talked about this in therapy once, but I was like telling my therapist, I don't have hobbies. Like I told her, I feel like I don't have hobbies. Like my hobbies are like things that normal people just do. So like watching TV or like playing video games, which I guess could count.
Those are hobbies.
They could count, but I was like, I don't have them because I have this thing in my head where I have to, if it doesn't give me something, like doesn't procure a result or help me succeed or be the best at something, I kind of think my brain is like, well, that's not important.
Right. I get that.
But my sister is the queen of hobbies. Like she loves all hobbies. She's tried every craft you could think of. Like she's filled with nothing but whimsy.
Those people are so cool to me.
Yeah. And I was like, I want to do that. Like my sister will be like, oh yeah, I'm just doing butterflies. Just bought a butterfly thing. So she's just so like, yeah, I'm just getting into it. So
the will.
And
it's all about the will though of people who make DIYs for fun. I'm like, where did you find the will? Where did you find it in you to like, you went to Home Depot, you bought that, you researched it, you made it, you let it dry, you did it again tomorrow for no one but yourself.
No,
that's like,
real.
you have a very strong relationship with your own inner soul. And
that's
I'm so proud of you.
It's
because
true.
Where did you find the energy?
I don't have that. Like I recently bought a journal because I was like, I want to journal, but I was like, I do that. You do journal.
I'm a
That's
big
great.
Journal,
I love that.
journaler.
I want to journal more, but then I'm like, but sometimes I sit there and I feel like when I'm writing it, I'll like write jokes like to myself, which I'm like, what am I doing? Like I was like,
wait,
it feels like I'm jerking myself off. Like I'm writing my own joke,
Right,
reading
like,
it, going,
funny.
I'm going.
I am
hilarious.
so good sometimes. No, but like that, I feel like that's good. That's good for your craft.
I was like, I just have never stuck to the journaling, but I bought a journal specifically because I know about junk journaling.
Okay, yes.
Which I've heard about many times, but I was like, I don't know. It's a lot of crap. And again, it's like my thing with hobbies. I'm trying to get more hobbies. So then I saw one girl I know do junk journaling, but she does like anything, like trash, not just like scrapbooking stuff, but like trash. And she does it only when she wants to like memorize a moment.
Whoa, okay.
Like she's like, just to memorialize something.
That's so cute.
So she had one that was all Popeyes trash, but it was because she ate Popeyes on this really special day.
Okay.
And I was like, now that I could get into. Bought a journal that day. She influenced me.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah. So I was like,
this is why media brings the world together.
Right.
That is fantastic.
Sometimes when I see myself buying something specifically because I saw it online, I'm like, look at me being influenced.
Yes. This is globalization at its finest. You're like, look at us coming together.
Capitalism, it's working on me.
I can't scrapbook because I'm too much of a perfectionist.
Me too.
Like I tried to make a collage and I did succeed and I did make it, but I was making it with one of my friends and we were both like silently working and I was like, are you having fun? She was like, no. Are you? I was like, no. I was like, is this like, is this supposed to be the fun part? I'm like, I'm over here sweating. I'm like standing. I keep moving things. And then once you glue it, it's done. And then I'm like, well, now I can never move. Like that's a photo booth photo that's now stuck in here forever. Like what if I wanted to do something else with it? I can't.
Your brain
relax.
sounds like a prison, girl.
It's
and
not
mine
a fun
is
place
too.
to be sometimes. I would say a lot of the time.
Sounds like you get a lot done though.
I try.
Yeah.
I do try. You should see like how many tabs I have open at once. That's how my brain works too. And I can do it. I can multitask.
Me too.
For sure.
Oh my gosh. My tabs on my Safari on my phone.
Mm-hmm. It's terrifying.
Mine. I have so many. Did you know there's a limit to how many you can have open?
No, but you've reached the
I've
limit?
reached it twice.
What
and
is
it's
the limit?
500.
Oh, why?
And I'm so dead ass 500 tabs open. Don't know what that is. But I literally
that's not ever needed.
No, my man gets so grossed out when I show him. He's like, "Oh my god, 93 tabs." I'm all, don't look over my shoulder while I do.
Do you ever revisit are they just there because you open a new tab every time you go on Safari?
Yes.
Like, you're not actually using them all at the same time. You just open a new one.
Yeah. I click a link and it goes in there. I'm someone who's like, if I can do it from my phone, I will do it from my phone. Like, if I can buy a house from my phone, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to buy it from my phone.
You buy plane tickets from your phone?
Yes, I did that all the time. There's like phone task, laptop task, desktop task. I don't have that. Everything is a
everything's
phone task unless it makes me so angry I want to throw my phone in the ocean. Then I move it to the
Have you ever
laptop.
filled out a when to meet?
When to meet?
Do you know like the when to meet website? It's like if you have a big if a group of friends are all trying to figure out when they're both free, you can fill out a when to meet and everybody blocks out when they're busy and then it will be like you're all free at this time. If anyone has ever tried to fill out a when to meet on their phone, that is a perfect screen time motivator that you don't want to go on your phone again. You never want to go on your phone ever again. If you're like, I've been on my phone too much, try and go on a when to meet and you'll turn off your phone for the rest of the day.
That's crazy.
Nothing is more frustrating than filling out a when to meet. You have to do that. That's
I've never even
task.
heard of that, but that is a genius thing.
It's so
in
awesome.
this industry especially.
Yes.
You need it.
It's kind of it's like, no offense to when to meet. It's like a janky website, but it works. It does work. You fill out your weird little green squares and then the darkest or the lightest is one of those it's color coordinated and then they're like, you guys can all hang out this day.
Me being influenced again.
Yes.
I've never heard of that app, but I'm going to look into it as soon as we're done because
But
all
go on
of
your
my
laptop.
friends. Yeah, it's
okay.
Need to do it on the laptop.
on your
Laptop task exclusively.
Yes.
I think that's so helpful too, especially in this industry because when I want to invite my friends to something, let's say it's in September. I ask them in February because I'm like,
that's
just in case, because I don't know if because some of my friends film movies, some of them are flying all over the place. I'm like, I need to ask you now, and you tell me.
But do they actually say yes or no?
They'll say, I think I have something, but I'll let you know.
Right. So then does it really ever help?
And then as we get closer, they're like, okay, I don't have that. Okay, I do have this.
Yeah.
It's one of those. But that when to me thing.
But that's normally for the next 2 weeks. I can't if someone tells me something's happening in September, I'm like, and I might be living in Patagonia.
No,
it's
same.
I don't know where I'll be then.
No, for
I
real.
I don't know where I'll be in 2 weeks. So don't ask me. Come back to me that week. But I'm a very planned person. But you can't with these types of careers. It's
I
just,
know, for
I don't
real.
know.
What would you say has been the funnest thing in now that you're a full-time working actor? What's your favorite part of it?
Oh my God. Favorite part. Honestly, the actual acting part is such a small part of the job.
That's so true.
And it's my favorite. And I'll need it every once in a while to remind myself why I am in this. Yeah, why I am in this career. And so much of your job is it's not in between the moments of action and cut. That's such a tiny sliver, but it will always be my favorite. And it makes me happy whenever I remind myself that, whenever I go back and I'm like, oh wait, I still I love this so much. Cause it's I never intended to be a social person or a content creator or a public person. It's I just found acting so fun and so fascinating, and getting to be a character is so fun, getting to make choices and work with dialogue and all those things. I'm I just get so ignited by it, but I really only get to do it a few months a year. That's and so hopefully I can do that more. That's the hope of whatever more projects coming up. But at the moment, so much of work is all the other parts.
Yeah.
Which is just
I've compared it to
job.
it, and I'm nowhere near you. The acting things I've done, you're so right. It's 90% of it is standing around and waiting for people to redo things, reset things, whatever. And then you get to do it for 5-10 minutes and then you move. Then you reset and move on to something else.
Totally.
So, and a lot of it I've compared it to it feels like you're running for mayor. Every other part of the job is you're running for mayor.
You're constantly running for mayor.
I'm kissing babies, I'm cutting ribbons, I'm going and making people laugh, and I'm doing all that shit, and shaking hands and meeting people.
I just want to make a difference in my community. I want to be mayor. The mayor's I didn't want to do this either.
Yeah, and half the job,
another ribbon,
half the job feels like beauty pageant.
Yes,
part of it, doing in being all dressed up, meeting people, shaking, or what do you call it? Touching elbows with people in the industry kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're I thought you meant.
Definitely not what I had that was not my 12-year-old dream. Was oh my God, I want to get dressed up all the time and make no. It's there's joy in that too in moments for sure, because it makes the dream feel very real, where I'm this is also something that little me would have wanted to do. I literally, this is me trying to be dreamy and whimsical. I found a Pinterest quote that said do it for the little kid inside of you, and I made that my background for a few days of press this week, because I was I need motivation. And I was even this stuff, little me used to pretend to do
interviews.
Yeah. And my sister and I would make fake commercials or pretend we were on talk shows, and I'm that is yes, it's not the acting part that I'm really love so much, but it's still part of the whole dream that 11-year-old me would be like, you get to like go on a podcast and call it work. Like
that's true.
That kind of stuff is like the perfect reminder to be like, I am freaking out if I look back at 10-year-old me. She's losing her mind.
Yeah, that's true. And it's because it's exhausting. Like it's really, really tiresome and it's hard. And like also, like you said, there's just so many other hats you have to wear, like in addition to what you actually want to wear. So I get that.
But it's also like, then I feel so guilty being like, oh, it's so tiring. It's like, well, like
me too.
It's a job. Like it's like that's I think the weirdest part is acting is like disguised, or like just being a public person is disguised as like you're just having fun all the time and it's not a job. Where I'm like, I used to get freaked out when I like wanted to like have an off day, or like I wanted to like leave a red carpet. I'd be like, oh my God, like you're not grateful enough, like someone would die to be in your position.
Yeah.
And I was like, actually, like there's no job in the world that you're not gonna have certain days where you're just like, I just want to be at home, like I don't want to do and I'm like, that's okay. But at 12, 13, 14, none of it, that never happened to me. Like I literally would be so sad when I was wrapped. Like sometimes like, oh, like you're done for the day. I'd be like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you don't want to do another setup? Like I just like never wanted to leave. And then when it changed to me being like, wait, I'm like exhausted. I like had this whole like identity crisis. And I was like, no, I actually think this is just a job now. Like it's like, and it's still like a job that I adore, but it's a job. Like it's like, you're an adult. This is a career.
Every job has its like
every job,
its
totally.
grievances.
You're going to be tired sometimes. And, like,
you're right though, in the sense too, that it feels ungrateful. Like I talk about that in therapy a lot too. Like feeling guilty for being
constantly,
like averse to it. Like I'm like, I'd rather just do literally anything else. I don't want to do that kind of deal. So I get that. And it's also like, I did a talk last week. I went to like FSU in Florida and I did like a college talk thing. And one of the girls asked me like, oh, because again, like I'm like an internet dickhead, so it's like a different kind of perception and everything than you're talking about. You're way busier than me probably, but like
that's true, dude. You are everywhere. Like every time you're always. I'm like, how did you have time for that? How did you're literally on every carpet ever?
Oh, girl, because I'm not you, so I have to make sure they don't forget me.
But we don't, and you're funny every day. That's effort. That's so exhausting.
It's hard being a clown. I literally think about Mary Beth Barone when she said, "Do you see me as a clown or a sexual being?" Like. Literally, I'm like, I am a clown, obviously.
I think you can be both. You can see me true.
Hey, y'all, guess what? Your favorite friend group is back. FX's Adults follows 5 roommates living in New York, leaning on each other to navigate love, work, friendship, and family while tackling pressing questions of your 20s, like, what if the person who inherited your fake ID is cooler than you ever were? Ever heard of it? Why does being around your family make you regress into your worst self? Hate when that happens. And how do you tell your roommates that you have other friends? FX's Adults, all episodes now streaming on Hulu. Two-Face, that's my Two-Face, clown, sexual being. But I talk about that a lot. And when I did my talk last week, this girl had asked like, oh, like, what's been the hardest part about like becoming a public person, and also like, do you have any advice for people who want to do the same thing, which is be an influencer, I'm assuming. So I told her, I was like, well, the hardest thing is privacy. Like it's like giving up what you did not realize you were giving up. Like it feels like, oh wow, that would be crazy to be recognized by people. And then it's awful in like many, many, many ways. And I told her, I was like, I don't think the Illuminati is real. In fact, I know it's not. There's a very real evil existing in this industry, but it's not the Illuminati. I can tell you that right now. I was like, but I do think, on the Illuminati theories, they say you have to sell your soul in order to get fame. I was like, there is like a piece of you have to give away in order to get famous, like or to be famous, or to be someone, like be a public person. You have to give away something. And I was like, and I just would like double, triple, quadruple check that it's worth it to you, because for most people it's not. Like you said, it's hard. It's fucking hard, and 90% of it is shit that you're like, I didn't realize this came with the job, but okay. It's
a lot of other jobs within one, but then I'm also, I don't know, I'm like, every job, like if I think that, then I look at what my friends are doing and I'm like, that's so hard. Like, it's I agree. Like everyone's job is so hard, and I'm like, but I'm getting like salads for free every day for lunch and getting driven around, and like they're not, and then I'm
that
like,
adds
I
to the
actually
guilt.
Can't complain.
Yeah,
like it's like I truly like, it's like we all have hard parts about our job, but like the reward that we get can be so disproportional. Of like,
amen.
I'm getting so hyped up for something that I'm like, everyone else has a hard job that like no one is getting praised for that, or like who's driving them home at the end of their work day. Yeah, or totally. That like still at the end of the day, I'm like such a lucky
I agree,
one.
and I said to them too, because I got this when I was in my mid-20s, so I was like like, so I was aggressively normal before this. I went to college, I graduated, I got jobs, I worked, lived paycheck to paycheck, did all that stuff. So I was like, so I would never sit here and tell y'all like, this is the hardest job in the world. Of course it's fucking not.
Yes.
And I was like, the hardest part about this job is that the problems you have, there is no guidance for until you meet other people in the industry. Sure. Then that's your like guidance. There's no handbook. There's no thing that you sign that's like, hey, by the way, you're never going to be able to go anywhere and not be known ever again. Hope you're cool with that. Like, you just find out. So I was like, every job has their issues, but I would never trade this job. Especially having had real jobs. I've had real jobs too, and I was like, those are way fucking harder. I was a server.
And like, I also feel like what's weird for this stuff is like, people just expect you to know what you're doing. Like, I always am like, thank God I started at 12. Because you were allowed to be confused. You were allowed to ask questions. I was allowed to like just be very vocal about like why I didn't know what I was doing, because it was like, oh, she's a kid, it's okay.
Right.
But I'm like, that experience of like my castmates who work on XOKitty being their first job, it's like, now you seem like maybe you're unprofessional or you're unprepared. And I'm like, that's not fair, because if you put me in any other job, I wouldn't have no idea what I'm doing. But
and I would need training.
I would need training. And I would need someone to tell me like what lingo means, or even like what does it mean when like what does this word stand for? Like things that are just like they're assumed that like you show up on set and you're supposed to know these things and no one's teaching you is like that's so unfair. Yeah. That I'm like very lucky that I had the background when I was a kid, so I was allowed to like mess up and be like imperfect, because now you're expected to like know what you're doing when you show up, just because immediately. Yeah. And I'm like, if you like made me be like a chef tomorrow and I like showed up in the kitchen, why would I know what I'm doing? Like I'm like any sort of spot you put me in that wasn't a set, I would be lost. So like that's so unfair to adult actors who are starting now.
That's true. And that's also a good thing that your fellow actors on the show have you to be able to like ask. That's why I always tell people in this industry, make friends.
Totally.
Be nice, make friends, like connect to people, because you're gonna need them.
It's
like,
so important.
When you have questions about stuff, like and things, who are you gonna ask?
Totally.
Like, I was like, my family doesn't know, so like who the fuck am I gonna ask?
Yeah.
Like I think that's the best part about like one of the best things about this business is the friends I've made. And I'm sure you said one of the chicken girls is one of your best friends.
Shout out chicken girls.
Oh, shout out to the chicken girls.
Yes. No, there's honestly like I've made friends when I was like 15, 16 in LA that like I am still so close with, and like are like such a wonderful community here. And I'm just so lucky that I met them when I did. Like that pivotal time of like, I was not cool in high school. I was like figuring out that like I went to regular public school while trying to figure out career stuff, and like high school's weird for everybody, but like it definitely was weird at many times. And like to have such strong friends like in the industry in that era was so important. And then also like I was lucky to make good friends at home too, but like having kind of my Hannah Montana life of having a community in this world and in that world was like
deadass. I was gonna say best. You literally were Hannah Montana.
I was like always
putting on that blonde wig and going to work.
Honored by that compliment. I was like, yes, you get the limo out front. I was like, that's me, guys. But I definitely like really leaned into that in high school of being like, whoa, I have two worlds, like this weird, crazy double life of like. It was weird. It totally was like of being like, oh, I'm going to red carpet, and like tomorrow I have like a bio test that like I need to run into my like school that like I'm so not cool in. But then like I'm like hyped up in work wise, like I'm like getting recognized on the street, but like I'm getting like I'm like so deeply not popular at school. Like it was such a weird. It was weird. It was crazy.
Well, speaking of, we'll pivot back to XOKitty. What are you excited for people to see in this new season?
I'm so excited for them to see Lara Jean and Lana being back. I think was like that's how like exciting. I've been saying this is like our Andrew Garfield and Spider-Man, where like I feel like I couldn't talk. Like it was like illegal. It was the same with like Noah being in season 2. It was like you cannot speak. Like they changed like Lara Jean was Mary Jane in all of our scripts, because they were like, in case someone gets a hold of it, they don't want them to see the word LJ. Like they like we're being so top secret about it that now I'm like, whoa, I can actually like publicly talk about this. So excited for people to see that. I think it's so fun to have that dynamic back, and like just it really brings it to all the boys world and like that feeling back to the series, which was so fun. And like I don't know, I think we're doing a lot of things that the fans have been asking for, so I'm very excited to see their reaction. And like I can't wait to see everybody's TikTok edits. I can't wait to see everybody's like losing their minds. It's so fun. It's so fun to see that like they care so much. Like I'm like, that's so special. Like that's so cool that like you did this with your time. Like you actually wanted to make an edit, or you like care about this character's story. Like I'm very excited for them to see it.
How was it working with Lana again?
So fun. Not a single minute had like we didn't skip a beat. Like I was like, I feel like I'm 14 again, and you're my big sister, and like we are playing the same games we used to play. Like it just like felt like we were right back in the movies, and it was awesome.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I was like, I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in on Exo Kitty, obviously. Okay, well, to pivot now, we do have some fun facts.
I'm so excited
about
I'm so
you.
Curious. I'm
and then
scared.
we'll hopefully we'll link it back to Exo Kitty, obviously.
Okay.
But this first fun fact says, on the first day of shooting Exo Kitty, you had a scene where you had to struggle getting a suitcase up the stairs, and a bystander who didn't know you were filming saw you having trouble with your bag and tried to come help you. That's really nice.
Awesome.
That's sweet.
I was like, poor man. We're in a TV show right now.
Get out. He's like coming in.
He's like, he was walking up the stairs from like the subway station and was just like, look at this poor, sad girl struggling with her one big ass suitcase. And he just like picked it up. And I was so confused because I thought I was a background actor, that I was like, you were just taking your moment. I'm like, congratulations. You saw an opportunity and you took it. And then we all realized he was not an actor. And he was just a nice man trying to help me take out my suitcase.
Oh, man, that's so nice.
It was so nice.
Evidence of a man being nice for once.
I know. I was like, maybe in Korea they're actually kind. Like I was like, this is incredible. But it also was like someone was obviously like kind of chilling and not doing their jobs, because how did he get there? Like everyone else,
how did he get that
how
close
did he get that? Like I'm like, you are in the show, you are on my mark. Like how did you get here? But I still think to this day he doesn't know. Like he literally just like carried it and kept walking. Like he wasn't even there, and we were like all confused and like yelling cut. Like
he saw you struggling. He said, damn, I'll help you.
Walking around the world being like, remember that girl that I helped way back in 2022? And there was that sad little girl with her big suitcase. I'm such a good citizen. And he doesn't know.
Imagine he was just like, God, I saw this girl and she was really struggling today.
And then like he opens Netflix and he's
her
like,
suitcase.
He still doesn't know.
How was it shooting in Korea?
Oh, it was crazy. It was so fun. Like, honestly, season 1 was like a whole different experience from 2 and 3 because it was COVID, and it was like a whole different version of the city, a different version of production, like everything. And then getting season 2 of like getting to really explore, and like it feels like we are also all at an international school. Like we all live in the same building. It's like your castmates are down the street. We're like all getting like fried chicken at 2 a.m. after work. Like just like feeling like we also are living that life of like being at international school was so fun. And Korea is such a cool place. And I still feel like I've only explored like a tiny corner of it. Like
that's so I bet it's like expansive. I've never been to Korea, but I really want to go.
Yes.
It sounds awesome as hell.
Be a tour guide.
I feel like the only international place. First of all, this job has taken me internationally more than I've ever been in the history of time. But I've only ever been to like Europe and then Mexico, obviously, but only Europe. I haven't explored Asia yet. I got to get into it.
I'll give you recommendations.
Oh yeah, please do. Oh my God, I'm gonna take you up on that. You can't take it back. It's on camera. Okay, next fun fact. It says you were simultaneously acting while going to college and studying sociology and creative writing.
So true.
Smarty pants. Okay.
So true.
You were doing sociology major. My fiance was a sociology major.
No way.
Mm-hmm. He sure was, queen.
We can compare notes. Get into deep conversations about why the world is the way it is.
It's very fascinating.
I love sociology.
Yeah.
I honestly like that was such a perfect major for me. Like I thought it was so fun, but I always wanted to go to school, and I always like thought I would go to UBC specifically, which was like my university is where my parents met, and where like my dad like has his PhD from there. My sister has her undergrad and her master's from there. Like everybody, my whole family went to UBC, and like legacy. My grandparents, my aunts and uncles all went there. Like it was such like I had a UBC hoodie when I was like 6 years old of being like, one day I'm gonna go to this school. That then once my career like started, I was like, I still want to go, because like I still want that chapter of like I want to be a university like student. I want to be a college kid. I want to like have that space to also make friends my age, because I feel like so much of my job. I was 12 with like a bunch of 50-year-olds on set. Like it's like you're not you're not with people in your same stage of life. I was like, I want to just like be like a young adult and like have that space to mess up and figure things out, and like go to a frat party and see if you hate it. Like those things where I'm like, you don't get to do when you're working. Like it's so different. You're like, you grow up very quickly in some senses. So I was just like very excited to have that chapter, and it was like, it did not disappoint. It like exceeded expectations.
I love that. You're very Emma Watson. Like when she was like, I'm going to
Emma
college.
Watson's the coolest person in the world. Except like I am a college dropout. Emma Watson is not. Like, then I did not finish my degree.
And that's okay. But sorry, you succeeded tremendously at your job.
That's the hope. I said this to someone recently, and they're like, you're in really good company. You know how many good people are college dropouts? I was like, thank you so much. That's so true.
It's true. Also, I got fired right before I did this, and a lot of people I've met have gotten fired right before they
And so I was
like, you want to be famous on TikTok, you got to get fired.
Go get fired. That's
First
actually
step?
true.
I'm just kidding. Do as I say, not as I do.
Whoa, that was fancy. I don't even know what you just said, but it sounded good.
I said, do as I say, not as I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounded like we were in Hamilton all of a sudden. I was like, you are rapping.
Well, that's because I'm 100 and you're 11. So like I have a lot of
have
isms.
wise wisdom.
I have a
Right.
lot of isms in me that are very old man.
Right.
That's why I got a lot of
I
those.
like it.
And I love that you, honestly, I love that you still pursued it. Even if you didn't finish, you can always go back and finish too. That's
Totally.
like another
And it
thing
served
you
its
could do.
purpose. And I feel like I learned
Right.
so much and like gained so much just like as a young adult also, and like made a really good community, and like it was the best thing ever. But
And unfortunately, you're a very talented actor, so.
I
Duty
hope
calls.
I hope that was the right choice, and I can keep working away.
Oh
but
my
yeah.
gosh, you'll be fine. You're too talented to not succeed at literally anything you touch. Okay, it says in 2025, you hiked the Dolomite Mountains in Italy.
People are doing research. I love.
I know,
Thank you
Amanda
to the
likes to get real
Thank you to the
creepy.
fun fact
Yeah.
team. Also, like the suitcase one, I was like trying to hide how much taken aback I was because I don't remember. Like, when did I say that? Probably like that was probably 2023 that
you
I
fooled
said
me.
that
I thought
in like.
you were very like, wow,
I was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I talk about that all the time. Like, that's actually my number one topic in most interviews. So of course you asked. No, I like that's like really niche. So like, good job.
Yeah, Amanda likes to creep people out.
That's
her
kind of
favorite
cool.
part.
That's like your full time job. You get to like be an FBI agent and like it not be weird.
Right, my
That's,
in-house
like,
Nardwar,
that's-
honestly.
yes,
Yeah, that's what I
yes.
said. She's my in-house
Nardwar is
Nardwar.
like from my hometown, and I feel very
OG.
special. Like he at my university's. This is such a side tangent, but he like does shows at my university's radio station, and it's
my
like our big
gosh.
claim to fame. Like we're like UBC Nardwar, go Nardwar. Anyway, to me, you are Nardwar and The Rock. Yes.
I guess what I'm trying to say is
You're everything.
You're
to me.
Nardwar
Actually,
and The Rock.
what I'm trying to say is you're all the icons in my mind. You fulfill them.
Oh my gosh, I'm in
what
good
was the
company.
question?
Oh yeah,
What are we talking
you
about?
you hiked
Dolomites.
the Dolomites.
I
yeah.
did, and
How
it was
was
like
it?
the best thing ever. I loved
Really?
it so much. We
Crazy.
never thought we'd see the day that me and my mom are like trying to be athletic, and now I've like fully been in like now I'm like on my athletic grind, and like I
Are
love
you?
running, I love working out, but like we never
Tea.
thought that would happen. Like my sister and my dad have been like super competitive athletes their entire life. Like
Yeah.
my dad used to be like semi-pro. My sister was like super high level and like all of university and
Ooh,
high school.
what sport?
Track and field was her
tea.
thing, and then my dad is a triathlete and like a
Oh,
cyclist and
okay.
a cross country skier also. So they were like doing all the things, and my mom and I would like cross country ski like twice a year and like be like snow. Like we like
Yeah.
wouldn't actually we were just like, this is pretty. It's like we're like snowshoeing basically. Like we were so not in that world. And I did track when I was little. That is my like my true lore is that track and field was my first love, and then
Really?
acting came. Like I was obsessed. My iPod background used to be I Heart Track. Like
I heart track.
I made it on Pic Collage.
Just track.
I Heart Track. It was like cut out on like a background of like a track, like get like photo, like
You
stock
and these
image.
phone backgrounds.
I know, like that.
They're very influential.
I
on
was
you.
clearly. Why have I brought them up so many times in one conversation? But that was like I was so obsessed with track and field, and I was like the BC champion. Shout out in my province for like sprinting and long jump, which was ironic because I was like 2 feet tall. Like everybody else was way. I was like the last person to grow in all of the city of Vancouver.
Which run was it?
Yeah, the
100 meter?
60-meter sprint
60
because my legs
meters?
are so small. But then also the 100-meter, I did 60.
Okay, T, I was gonna say they go down to 60.
60 meters,
I leave-
it's like 2 steps, but I killed that. And then long jump, which was always ironic. Anyway, that was my whole life. Then I found acting, and then I decided I like hated sports. But my sister and my dad continued. Well, my dad's always been like crazy athlete.
Yeah.
And then like a few years ago, I like slowly got into running, and now I'm like actually like doing races and like love running. But that like took
Ooh,
a while.
like marathons?
No, absolutely not. Like 10Ks. We love
okay.
10Ks. A marathon, the LA marathon, like was like outside my window the other
I
day.
just saw it.
I was like, I love running, but not that long.
Right. Yeah.
6
I don't love
hours?
running at all.
That's
so.
a whole school day, and you're still running.
Right, and also like paying to go do it. No
Right.
thanks.
It is crazy how much.
I'm
no,
good.
it is crazy.
And
It's-
then I literally said this
wild.
recently. I'm like, and you take a picture of me, and you when I cross
They're
the
the
finish line-
worst
Yeah, I was like,
pictures
you
ever.
take a picture
Yeah.
of me. You put my time out there, and
Yeah.
they're like, look at this bitch. She runs 10-minute miles. That's fucked up.
and they like announce you on like the big like you come through. And
Yes.
Like, there comes Drew.
yeah,
They,
last
like,
oh
are
barely
so-
made it in
yeah.
4 hours. Wow, for a whole marathon. That's really how I
like,
felt. They're
yeah.
violating my HIPAA like rights.
No, it
when I
is.
go to
It
the
is a
marathons.
wild concept. But all to say, we got into hiking, and then
Gee.
my sister and my dad did like a crazy Dolomites hiking trip. Like they did like hut to hut like wild journey like a few years ago, and me and my mom were like, we could never. And
Yeah.
then little did we know, a few years later we would get on this train of we like hiking, and the 4 of us went on a hut to hut in the Dolomites of like we stayed at 5 different places, and you like hike to the next place every day. But some of them were like very like like actually like hut vibes,
Yeah.
and some of them were like very like fancy lodge that were like way nicer than we expected. But it was so fun because you didn't have to plan anything. Like all you did was like every day was like 6 hours of hiking in like the most beautiful places, and like that's all you had to focus on. Like I feel like trips sometimes stress me out of like, what are we gonna do, or like where are we gonna go, or we gonna go, like where are we gonna eat, and like
Just
what do you
walking.
want to do? And this is like, wait, there's literally nothing else you can do, and you have to keep going because that's where you're sleeping tonight. Like you have to just keep going. It was so fun. I loved it so much.
You're
and you could breathe like so much fresh air, so much like
I'm sure it's beautiful.
It was not crowded at all.
It feels like
was
hanging a
lovely.
piece of cheese in front of me and I'm like chasing it. Like if
Yeah.
I do that hike, because I'm like, well, I'm not gonna have nowhere to sleep.
I mean,
so
there
I have
is
to...
cheese at all the lodges, so that is close enough. They had, I think we ate. My sister ate spaghetti bolognese 8 days in a row because it's one of her favorite foods. But every hut, even if they didn't have very much food, all of them served you spaghetti bolognese.
I just imagine your sister hearing you say that and going, all right.
No, like I think she posted
had
about
spaghetti.
this.
She literally had bolognese 8 days in a row.
She
I counted.
like is partly made of bolognese, but I think she would proudly put this. Like I think she posted about it on her story actually. Like she loves. She would.
8
she
days
would
in a row.
Yeah, she took a photo of every bolognese she ate, and she like
Damn.
that was her like her photo diary of the trip. It was
You
like, oh, how was
love-
the mountain?
you
She was
love
like,
that
mountains.
meal.
Let me show you bolognese because it was everywhere. So now we know the Dolomites are
Well,
actually
now
filled
that
with
I know
that.
bolognese is in the picture, maybe I'm
Right?
interested.
It's fun
Maybe I
for
need to
multiple
look in.
reasons.
Yeah, maybe I need to
I
look
want to go on
into
more
it.
hiking trips. I actually want like a hike. I want like a sponsorship to do more hiking, or like just, I feel like that's such a fun like random side quest of like doesn't really match with Exo Kitty, but it's like very much like part of my life now. But people are like
Yeah.
surprised by it, so I'm like, let's
Hell
do that more
yeah.
often. Like it was so fun.
Yeah, they
I
have so
loved
many
it.
running apps now. They have like
Yes.
Runna, Strava, like
the
all those
things.
ones.
Yep.
That's the one where they logging. They're like, you're averaging a 10-minute mile. I'm like, okay.
I don't want you
Hey,
to post
don't be
my times
doing
like
that.
No,
I know
no,
I'm going
It feels
slow.
like shame. No.
Okay, next fun fact says in elementary school, your mom used to come in and make dumplings with your class during Chinese New Year.
Okay, I think that's the craziest one yet. That's also like, did you watch like the Chinese New Year video from Disney Channel? Like, I feel like that's there. Like, we
The one
did
that
do a
aired on
special.
the
Yes,
broadcast?
and I'm like, hi, I wear a cheongsam because I'm Chinese and I celebrate Lunar New Year. It means the cycle of the moon touches. I feel like that's like one of the only times I've ever talked about this. So that's incredible.
I like Chinese New Year because my mom comes into my class.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy, but true facts.
Very fun.
All true. It was so. I honestly feel so lucky that like growing up, I was like in like one of the most Asian places in North America. Like Vancouver has such a large Asian population, like a lot of Chinese population too, and a lot of mixed kids. Like we had so many halfies that it was so normal to be a halfie. Like it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, like so many people. So all my classmates were like. There was always a big population of like half Asian kids specifically. So it was like very normal, and like I felt very like celebrated because of it, which like
Which
I
is a
know
beautiful thing.
Yeah, beautiful
Love
thing, and
that.
not every halfie has that experience, or not like just like every Asian person in general. I was like wearing my cheongsam to school on Chinese New Year and being like, let me bring you guys lacies. Let me like, I was so excited about it and like wanted to show that off that my mom often like, she also was a kindergarten teacher. So she was like very used to like,
Oh,
like she like
sweet.
loved that type of setting.
Yeah.
And would come and we would make dumplings and it was so special. Or she would come and like do it, like read a book about Chinese New Year and like answer kids questions or like
Love.
play games of like, it was so fun. It was so
That's so
special.
period. And I'm so glad that we
Love
could
it.
scare you with that fact.
Yeah,
And your mom sounds like a joy.
she is.
Your
She's
mom
the
sounds
best.
sweet as hell. Okay, this says your first Instagram post from 2016 was this picture with the
No.
caption hashtag throwback hashtag first day of filming.
So
In
I'm
this-
gonna go delete that. No, wait, it's still up. Like it's up right now. Okay. Well,
Your
you know,
glasses,
sometimes Instagram
cute
is
as
like
hell.
a little archive, like a blast of the past, if you will, and that is certainly that. That's from 10 years ago.
You are so cute. I can't stand
I
it.
look like a ball. Like I literally my hairline and everything about that
Your
is like
bright red
she's so
glasses.
spherical.
Yeah.
But that was one of the highlights of my career. This was Odd Squad. This was my very first show, and it was like that was my very first day on set. I actually like distinctly remember where we are too. Like that was at the very end. We just wrapped, and my mom like came out with her little like iPhone 7 maybe, like it was like way back in the day.
Right.
This was her first iPhone also, totally side note, but she had a flip phone up until I did this show, and then she was like, oh dang, I need to buy an actual phone because I need to take pictures of her. But she had a flip phone, the longest
your
out
mom
of
get on the
anybody
grid?
out of anybody who's ever had a flip phone. My mom was the last one to like do the turnover
let
to be like,
go.
oh, a touch screen.
She's
This is the
real.
reason why, so she could take this photo specifically. And that is me in my little suit. It was the best show ever.
That
Honestly,
is so fucking cute.
that's crazy.
I love that your mom took pictures.
Oh,
She was like, I gotta get rid of this brick so I can get a new phone.
If she was here right now, she'd be taking pictures of all of us, right? Like constantly.
That's
she
what my
takes
mom
pictures
does.
of everything.
Yeah, my mom takes pictures of everything.
And then she like gets mad because like I'm always like, Mom, I'm taking pictures. And then like I'll be like, can you send me that picture that you took? And she's like, oh. So if I didn't take that picture, you wouldn't have an Instagram story to post.
It's a extremely universal mom experience because same thing with my mom. We were like, Mom, please, Mom. And then my mom, and then later I'm like, can you make a shared album and add me to it?
Yeah. Like,
can I have that pic you took earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's we have to do it. It's a rite of passage.
Exactly. That's what they want to. It's
just like we let my mom take her pics and her vids. Okay, this last one says on July 25th, 2016, you posted this GIF of you dancing with the caption, doing a happy dance because of 500 followers. And it says now you have 5.7 million followers. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. That is a boomerang. Let me be clear.
You making your own boomerang?
That was a boomerang. It was the boomerang era. That's me in my childhood home backyard wearing my finest H&M outfit, and I was feeling cute. I had half my hair up. I literally remember that so clearly, and I was like, Mom, time to do a boomerang photo shoot because guess what? I just hit 500 followers.
You said, Mom, get that new iPhone, get outside.
And that was taken on her phone for sure, and she was so confused by how boomerangs worked for sure. And I think I used the little sideways woo emoji that has like the confetti coming out. There was like a bunch of those in the caption, and I was feeling so fly. I mean I think I was like 13. That was like I had the most followers on anyone in my high school. Like I felt so cool. I remember hitting 5,000 followers while I was like probably in grade 9, and that was like world shaking. Like I was like, this is like, there's no way, because I was like, that's bigger than like my high school population, like, and they all follow me. Yeah, that was crazy.
That is crazy. To think about it now is even crazier.
Yes.
Like freaking out over 500 is
totally
crazy now,
it's so that's yes. I want to be like, guess what? Guess what's gonna happen in a few years?
I'll tell you what, you're so cute as hell as a kid, so it doesn't surprise me at all that you were doing so well as a child actor. Get that cute kid in my office.
I'll never forget, and I have deleted this because whoever just stalked my Instagram to find these, you'll know that it wasn't there. But I remember posting on International Taco Day. I posted a photo of like a stock image of tacos on my feed and just said, Happy International Taco Day.
It's just a stock image.
It
says stock image across it in a watermark.
And I remember even at the time, my sister being like, no, what was that? what was
just
that?
letting the people know.
She's like, why didn't, like, at least it could have been you with the taco. Like, she's like, that's not weird. Like she's like, we could have had a whole photo shoot with like, let's go to Taco Bell. And then she was like all there for it. Yeah. But she's like, you really just Googled taco.
Yeah, you opened
Saved
a tab
the first
on your
image
iPhone.
you found and posted that on your feed. Nothing but Happy International Taco Day. And I remember that one because I only deleted it a few years ago when I came across it. I was like, this is still here.
Yeah, that clean sweep, you need to do that once people start following you.
I think I should do that again. This is reminding me.
Yeah,
in the car,
deadass.
After this, I will be going
true.
to sweep what's new.
You have to.
You
have to go back and double check. Like, and honestly, I've joked about that before where like, I've done a sweep on mine, but everything I was getting rid of or archiving, they're just humiliating.
Right.
Like, they just make me look humiliating, I guess is the point. Like, it's just so I had one, it's similar to your taco thing, but not. I took a picture of like a burrito I was eating. But I had to put a huge blown out filter on it so it looks like bright orange. It honestly doesn't look appetizing at all. And this is gone now too, so you can never find it. But
someone
I literally
screenshotted it.
Yeah, and I took a picture of it and I literally just wrote, "Rain cuddle buddy." My burrito. Yeah. Okay. Let that sink in for a bit. I'm sitting in the shame of it. You guys know that.
Dare I ask what year would
that was like 2010, I want to say. Whew. And you were, I think, 1.
Right.
So I was in high school.
Learning to walk when you were like, this is my cuddle buddy. And I was like, I could step for the first time. So.
Right, exactly.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I would have liked the post.
I think I was like 15. And I remember when I posted, a little too old. I'll admit it, a little too old. Just a little. But I felt like
the cuddle part is what's throwing me off the most. If you were just like burrito on a rainy day, I could almost pass. But like you had your arms wrapped around that burrito.
Sorry, Miss Happy International Taco Day. All of us can't be very literal.
We love to post about our Mexican food adventures. Like, why? There's something about that. They're like,
yours is so factual. Mine is trying to be cute and funny.
No, Mom's like, have you seen the calendar app? I don't think you're aware that today is International Taco.
Nobody's talking about this. It's International Taco Day.
No one needed to know who you were cuddling on a rainy day either. So
You're right.
I can't talk.
You're right. Both pieces of information are very
things
useless.
people could have gone unknown. Like, they didn't need to know.
Yeah, you're right. There was no read. And honestly, when I look back at stuff like that, I think to myself, like, yeah, it's no wonder I ended up in show business. I, like, needed attention, clearly, and I was, like, always trying to entertain.
Yeah.
In some regard.
I get that, too.
Even if it didn't have attention on me necessarily, I was still trying to entertain the people. I was like, maybe you'll enjoy this picture of my food.
You posted cuddly burritos so you could have a podcast now. That was why. That was the trajectory and a good pipeline.
That was my drag path or whatever the fuck they're talking about on TikTok. It was that, posting it was a wet style burrito. That's all I remember.
I don't like that at all. You were cuddling it wet style.
I wasn't actually
like
cuddling
about that
it.
sentence. No, I know, but like
It's implied.
that's even worse.
You are too literal.
Yeah, you're right. See, this is me. I can't be a dreamer. This is me. I'm Andrea. I said wet style.
That literally doesn't make any sense.
Like, was it raining on the burrito?
Right.
It was a rainy day. If it's
so
wet,
what does the rain have to do with it?
I'm the worst. Like, I'm no fun, but I also think this is why I'm going to be a good like director one day.
I agree.
I'm so detail oriented to a fault.
Right.
Like, it's ridiculous.
No,
like,
it's funny.
the whimsy is gone though. It's like, explain that. Let's draw that one out. Bring in the mood. Yeah, it's bad.
You know what? It's all right though, because you first of all are incredibly smart and incredibly talented.
Thank you so much.
But also you're a proven star, so it really doesn't matter. You don't need the whimsy. You're living it. You're living the whimsy currently in your career. But that reminds me to kind of close this out. Like, what is any advice you have for any like aspiring actors, especially young people, because you're so young?
I honestly think like if you think it's never going to happen, it actually might, because I truly never thought it was going to happen. And I often say like I thought it was the same as being like an astronaut. Like, it was like, well, you like, people want to be actors, but like you don't become an actor. Like, I was like, that's not like the thing that's going to happen to me though.
Yeah.
And that like the fact that it did, like, all the time now, because I think, again, I fall into that, like, who am I to think all my dreams are going to come true? Or, like, all the things that I want to achieve, like, but what if they just don't? And I'm like, pause. What you thought was never going to happen did happen, so why, like, who are you to believe that's not going to happen again? Like, all the things that could be just around the corner, like, honestly, keep believing that it's possible, and, like, keep being kind to yourself in the process, because you are the only person that's going to be with you all the time. And, like, have your own back. Be your own cheerleader and be your own friend when you have to be, because, like, I think that goes very far. And even if you, like, sometimes it feels silly or feels cheesy to, like, I don't know. I used to, like, make reminders on my phone that were, like, kind to me. So I would, like, wake up or, like, in the middle of the day would get a reminder being like, you got this, or, like, you can do this. And it's, like, literally just, like, I said that reminder yesterday. Like, it's, like, that's just from me. But it's, like, getting.
From past me.
It's past me. Giving you a text message right now. Being like, hey, I thought you might need this. And, like, stuff like that is, like, so wholesome, and I think actually very helpful, of like,
I agree,
just knowing you have your own back, like knowing that like whatever's happening, like at least like you're there for you, like
totally. And
no matter what you're like trying to achieve or what type of career you're going into, I feel like having your own back, and like even being a quiet cheerleader, like you don't have to be like like I'm not super like outspoken about it, or like wow I think I'm the best. Like I wish sometimes I had more of an ego, because I think sometimes it's helpful to like take up that space. I wish I had that. But even like quietly being like, I know I can do this, and like I have my back. I feel like that mixed with the belief of like, literally, even if it feels impossible, who are you to think it can't happen? Like,
amen.
It totally can.
See, who says you don't have whimsy?
Yeah, that was
That's
so whimsical.
That's it right there.
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. And what are I want to ask you one more question. What are some other dreams you have?
Oh, I have so many dreams.
Yeah, what else do you have?
I really want to do movies, and I really like. I haven't been in a movie since To All the Boys.
Yeah.
And that was like I've never been in something that's released in theaters, and I think that would be just like so special, and there's something like so like dreamy about that as well, of like, whoa, you can like buy a ticket to the movie theater, and like it's a project that I get to be a part of. And I really like, I want to just explore different types of projects. Like I think doing like an action movie would be so far from something I've done and so fun. Like something that world, or something that's like very grounded. Like my dream person to work with would be like Greta Gerwig. Like to do a Lady Bird type of movie would be like, that's my like dream right now. Like,
I
think that
love
would be
that.
So fun.
And I loved that movie.
I love that movie. And like that style of like, it's grounded, but there's still humor in it, but there's like a realness to it. And like the tone and the way that it's shot is so specific, and like it just gets me so excited. And there's so many things I want to do, and those are definitely top of the list. But I also love musicals so much, like we've already established. And I think that just adds so much magic. Like I would love to do like a huge production in that way, because there's so much more to like learn and dive into and enjoy. And like I have so many dreams, and I just hope They slowly come true.
This is the place to do it. This is the place to manifest it. That is the chair to do it in. I've put 2 dolls on Broadway from that job, from that chair.
You
I'm
are
just
magical.
kidding. Me acting like I'm taking credit for it. We just manifested it together on the show, and it came true. Many dreams have come true on this show, so I'm happy for you.
I'll come back when I'm doing my press tour for my Greta Gerwig movie.
There you
and
go.
We can talk
and then
about
we'll be
this
like,
conversation.
And you said it here.
And I said it here.
Yes, exactly. On the comment section.
Yes, on the comment section.
Specifically. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
Yeah, you're the best. You're a hoot.
Thank you.
I love you.
I feel the same. I'm gonna like every time I see you, I'm like, oh, there goes the Rock. And it's never. I don't think I can ever. And Nardwar.
Yeah.
Like the Rock word.
The Rock X Nardwar.
The Rock X. Yeah. That's. You are so special. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, you are to me. I love you. I think you're amazing, and I think you're so talented, and I can't wait to watch you win an Oscar.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I can't wait to see you there. And that's gonna be it for this episode of the Comment Section Show. Thank you so much to my amazing guest, Anna. Anna, where can everybody find you? The maybe 2 people that don't know you. that are watching now.
You can watch season 3 of Exo Kitty on Netflix, April 2nd, and you can find me on Instagram just at my name, Anna Cathcart.
Thank you so much to my amazing guest, Anna Cathcart. Thank you so much to all of you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.